Oh my god. Oh my god. What I've done. In my previous video, I was using OBS. Of course, I'm still using it, but as I was a newbie to it, so when I was changing the scene, in one scene I have added the microphone, but in the different scene I haven't added the microphone. And therefore, in previous video which I recorded for 1 hour, and for the first few minutes I was just audible, and after that I was all mute. My god. So it just happened. So it happens. Yeah, it is my first time. So it is happening here. This is the way I learn. But yeah, I explain to it myself with proper way what are being just what are the things are happening inside the backend part. Maybe it will helpful to me only now. But if you want to see the code part, you can see how it is being there, and I will be sharing the GitHub link as well. So this time, I think I'm not able to record again for 1 hour. Uh, the backend part, I will just go over the front end directly where I use React. Yeah, it happens. I'm learning. So let's see. Now let's start. So once you install create React npm create React app, and when you give the name to it front end, I have just given the name is front end, and it will install all the React thing is it React here, React package here. And after that, I created in resources some components and app.js. I will be starting with the app.js first, and for the UI thing I've installed Tailwind here. Okay, so oh man, what I've done just now. I was not able to switch the screen. So let me repeat again what I was trying to do. So first you have to reinstall React app npm create React app frontend. You have to give the name of the file, then all the packages will be installed. And in src folder, I have created some component, registration and to-dos and dashboard. Okay, then I will actually I've already hosted it, so I will be able to explain the front end part. And I will start with first app.js. Okay, so here is the base URL of my backend part. It is just for my learning purpose. Otherwise, I could have not pushed, not exposed it like here. Okay, so what you can see here, I am using in app.js. I'm bringing the component. Let's okay, just get not get we just get into the first components without getting into app.js. So first thing first, what we will be registering thing. Okay, so for UI thing, I have pasted the UI part here. You can copy paste as well if you want to. And after on clicking on already having an account, I'm routing to the sign up. Already having an account, I will routing it to the login. As I've explained, the login path is only slash. So in register, what I am needing is the registration part. Let me open it. Is open already or not? Let me open. Link. The backend I can get it. Okay. So as you can see, I've already hosted it onto the Vercel. Okay, yep, I can thing there. So let me open my that I created my let me open my new I think don't have an account open it will get here. So testing there testing.com. Yes, because I'm maybe I was already having that one test. Okay, that is first name what I'm doing once when I'm distracted. So test one test. Okay, let me copy this testing password is testing 1 2 3 4. Now sign up. So what will be getting here? Registration successful. Please log in. Okay, now I'm routing towards login. Okay, so here I'm pasting that thing, testing 1 2 3 4, login. I will be getting to my dashboard after creating the login successful. Cool. So this is my dashboard, and I want to add something title here. Title name title. Yeah, just for testing. Don't get into the grammar thing and English stuff. So as you can see, the title name is here, and when I click here, the task will be here. I know I need some UI improvement as well, but this is the basic thing I wanted. And if I add new task in it, writing right, then the new task will be created here. So now get back to the front end part. Register. So here I created a register function in which I have passing this UI, and before returning things, I am creating another thing that is required in to do front end part. So so what we are doing here, we are importing React from the React Auto DOM package. We have to install it, and from where naveling and use navigate thing I will be using. Basically, naveling, what it does, whenever you click something, it will move through your specific thing, specific page, as I have declared here. If you're having already account, click here. It will lead you to login page. Need to be there. That's why I've given there. And use navigate means if all details are correct, I've made the what I made here. I've made some condition here. If all details are correct, navigate to login part. Got this? That's why I have used this const and use this function that I have getting from here. Now I've created a use state here, which is user detail and set user details use state, and where I am passing the default object where first name, last name, email, password is same as that I have passed in backend that I don't want to change, and I have keeping the empty values because I will be filling that one. Okay. Ooh, hope these things are clear. So before getting into it, I think I can explain this one as well. So after that, we create a handle details that we will be getting. Let user and user value are defined here, not defined, just assigned, just using let, and I'm passing the parameter as element. Then I'm assigning the user equal to element.target.name. Okay, means whenever I click, means it get targeted, and whatever will be the name of that targeted value or targeted component. Show you what I'm trying to say like this. I've created name equal to first name here in input. That's why how it gets involved here, and user value would be user.target.value. And after getting all the details, I will be setting set user details, and I will be using CRUD operator here. All the user details will be side of this is and value. This would be the key. This is key, and its key name would be stored, and its value would be stored here. Hope you got it. All user details are getting inside of it. Let me show you how it is being done. And on handle submit, what I'm doing, I'm avoiding prevent default. What just prevent default is means whenever I click submit, it is not going to refresh. It will be static. You do not want to refresh things whenever you do not if you're not putting any input in onto it. Okay, so once you have all the inputs, then you want to process anything process you have, anything related process you have, I mean to say. Then from user detail, I'm destructuring the first name, last name, email, and password like in backend that I just know because I was got muted all the time. And const data equal to I'm creating an object. In that object, I am passing all the keys and values. Okay, and any of if any one, at least one of the things are not there, so I have to give the message, please fill all the fields. And if password length is little less than 8, I have to alert password should be at least 8 character. Then cons await axios.post. Basically, axios is the bridge between the front end and the back end for the yes for the posting thing as well. You can use fetch as well, but this one is very feasible. It makes things easy, but it has some dependencies and its package size is a little bit higher, so people still prefer to use fetch. So as you can see, await axios.post, and what I'm doing here after submit, what I want to do on handle submit, I want to create this user. So base URL API register data is first name, last name, email, password is there. So there grammar is improving. And after creating the user, and once it gets stored in the database, we'll check this condition. And in database backend, after my user is made, what I was getting after registration user. So front end, I'm getting response or data, whatever data I'm passing. Inside that data, I'm getting that user. Okay? User with success message as true. So the response.data.success is equal to true. Then navigate me to the login path and login page and alert registration successful page login. That's what I have just shown. If it is not, please enter correct credentials. We don't write if anything like you haven't entered right email or you haven't entered right password. So it is related to security reasons. So that person who trying to log in with an ethical way won't get the details of you, that what he or she is out to attack. Okay, this is just for the registration part. And on submit event, I'm calling this function as it is arrow function. That's why we don't have to call it here right here. We can pass it as variables. Now after registration, we are logging in here. Not going to back right now. So in login again, by avoiding prevent default here, some on submit login. So for login UI is here. How I gave the values to that my user details, right? So on value, first thing, user detail dot first name, and on change, yes, on change I'm calling that function. Means I'm passing this user detail dot first name here, and user will be having your element dot target dot name, and user value would be having element target dot value. Same thing, value would be here, user is getting that, and I'm setting keys and values of. Okay, so user details dot last name, user detail dot email, handle details, user detail dot password, same thing, and I'm all passing. So whenever on change it get called, when it get called, user details with spread operator with key and value it gets stored. Okay, or whatever I'm inputting here will be there as I'm setting user details. Once we set here, the user details will be having all the values. That's why I was able to extract this first name, last name, email, and password. Now we go back to the login. Then again, we want to check and get the values of email and password. This time we are getting little simple here. So on submit, I'm getting data, email, and password. first we set, after setting the values inside the inside of it, email and password, we will be able to access email and password values. Then we use axios.post as we are connecting with the database. We are sending data in with credential true. It was the thing. It is the thing that when I was trying to utilize the cookies, so you can ignore it for now, but you can search on it on Google and Stack Overflow how it works. Ooh. Then save token in the session storage. Yeah, this is the thing I was looking for the long time that I was not able to find. For all research, I was able to do it. You have to connect with different kind of squads for server. You have to connect. You have to make connections. That then you will be get to know the ways are done. In this way, you make connection. You get done things. On that session storage, what I'm getting, I'm setting the item. This is basic thing from the documentation. You can, and I've got all this from the Stack Overflow. Okay, I'm setting item as token, and I'm getting that token response dot token. Remember, from the backend, we are sending in control. Let me see. In user, we are sending the token while login, and as well in we are creating token, but we are not sending here. But you will be sending it in the user as well. But here we are specifically sending token. So from there, we got our token here, and that's why I'm setting the token in storage. What is session storage means? Whenever you log in, the session will be there until unless you uh, browse browser or you close down the browser. Means once you click on the close, your session will be closed. No details will be there. It's different from the local storage. Even you close the session, the details will be there, which is not good for the security reason. So you have to log in again. And if response dot data dot success is true, navigate to dashboard. This is what just happened when I logged in. Okay, and as you can see, my session, I guess I will be able to see it. Storage is there. There would be, first it is there in my application. Session storage, what I'm getting here, token, the value, it is there. This is how it works. And then console.log response.data. Just to help myself check in my console what things I'm getting is required. Okay, and then I was trying to do something, but this is not working. This is redundant. Then I did something in catch thing, so I handled my error exception. So whenever I get exception means whenever something is wrong in input as well, not as well, just for input, I will be getting alert as invalid credentials. This is the login part, and now you have to go into the to-do part. This is the main thing. Now to-do form, what is to-do form here? To-do form is show you. This is to-do form here, where I will be putting just title. So as you can see here, I am using props here. So before we proceed, I will let you know from the props from where I'm getting these, because I'm using to avoid use effect again and again. So because of props, I can get the properties from main component to the child component. So these two form is child and main component is from dashboard. I would be getting it. You will see. Better way is to use by context API, but I'm learning. In the initial time, I was feeling I'm not good at context API. I will be trying on it. And here again, I am for safety reason, const token session storage get item. Here I'm getting item token. Here, that's why I was able to verify that it is there or not. And this thing I found out from the Stack Overflow. This is how it is being done. How we set the token inside the bearer token, where the backend part, the middleware, I change little thing here. Const token equal to request.header authorization split. Split method means there would be bearer and there's some wording and some space. Bearer wording would be there, then some space is there, then the token would be there. So I just want token here. So if I have used split, not just split too, if there is some space, so it will create that string to the array. And means if you have two words with the one space, then it will be creating the array of two elements, index of 0 and 1. So I want one index where token would be stored. Okay, so let me get back to the my frontend part and my to do form. This is how token is get stored here. Okay, after getting the token and console.title, the printing title, just setting the title, I would say. So this is the UI of it. This is which I use with the Tailwind CSS made by myself. On submit I am using handle title submit. So and on submit I'm using prevent default here again, and I'm passing the data title data, and I'm connecting with the backend with Axios. So Axios.post, getting the to do title, passing the URL of my backend where I have posted at railway. So data have passed, and I will be getting the console as a response whenever I what I will be getting on. Let me show you. Let me open my so see you are getting some data here. Data, these are the data are there to do create message to, and it get updated here. So how it is being done, and after updating, I'm setting the set title as empty. Okay. And fetch user details I'm getting from here. So that what is fetch user details, I will be telling you about it very soon here. So on click and the submit data some function is getting called, and on input getting the value of the title. On change I'm using the callback here, right? So for arrow function, so whenever, so I'm setting the value of that title in the title. That's why I was able to get the title value here. Okay, not here, and I will pass this here. So this is basic JavaScript. So to do form is done. Now come to the to do list part. This is a huge part. This will take time. And here I'm using the use effect. So that things get load again and again whenever we refresh. Means whenever we try to refresh, it get loaded before it. Again, I pass same thing here again that I do not have to worry about. And I am creating the use state of task and set task, search, set search. Okay, and search, I'm passing the dependency because I want to, and I want because I want this because I want to load search part again and again. So handle edit title, here I'm passing, here I'm using from to enter new title. If new title is not there, I will be asking for the please enter new title to change title, and I will connect yours because it's a changing title, so I have to put the put here. Same, I provide a router, and I'm getting the user ID here. From where I'm getting user ID, you will be get to know. Okay, so get here my UI part is very huge. So my okay, thing is enter to search. This thing is my form part of this, and below this is title form, title thing. I have to get in below this. Okay, we are here. Okay, so this is the form of this thing. Okay, only this search updation creation. I will be going there, but I would like to send this first and be using. I've written something. Where else? I guess. No, 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 no. I am using user to dos. I set user to dos as a prop. You'll get to know. At the time, from where I'm getting from here. Here I have created user to dos, set user to dos, use state null, get all to dos and fetch all to dos. You can see. And I'm also using use effect here because I want to load things again and again here. Let's refresh. And I'm passing the props into the component on dashboard here. Mentioning the same name for the prop. There is no issue. Now you get to know about it. Now you can see I'm using a map thing here, map function here, so that map all of it side this. This all thing is inside this. So what does map function do in array? As it is array, so it changed all the elements of the array at the same time. So here I'm passing user dot title, okay, and as I wanted to use it because in backend what the key I've created title. So whenever I create user, whenever the value I type here, so here it will be getting passed there in the let me see is the right thing or not. No, no. Actually, it is the value of that user type that I'm getting from here, from all the to-dos that I'm going to create. Oh, this is a little bit confusing. The to-dos, I'm getting all the tasks. From data I'm creating here, title, user, I'm getting. Yeah, be there with me. I'm getting a little bit confused here. So, oh, okay. User to-dos are there, and whenever we, as you can see, I am fetching all the data, getting all the data that is present in the to-do right now in my dashboard. So from there, if response data to-do dot length, which is array, is greater than 0, then set user to-dos response data dot to-dos, and I'm passing this set user to-do as props to the component. That's why I was able to get the get the values inside that user to-dos, and I was able to enter the user dot title its value of title, and on click this, okay, you handle edit title, and this is the delete title. So basically you're getting the title name here, and this is the function for handle edit title. So hope you got know that getting this value from the fetch user details, or you can say user to do's, or you can say the get that I am passing from dashboard the form of props to the to-do list component. You can see, and I'm using map here, map all the things. I think I have to write little bit clear code more. I get to know now. Now after getting all the to-dos and fetching titles, we editing the title. basic thing. If I want to add, change, and same thing in data that database that I have explained to myself, that I have to pass user ID here. So how I'm passing the user ID? Simple. User ID means the object of that user, object of that title ID. Okay. Then I'll be having title colon. I will be passing the variable, right? Got it? Because we are updating. Find by ID. Then update. DB. So in button edit, should have explained the what is a button edit here. Yes, this is edit. On click, handle edit button, handle edit title will be called with user here. And what this user is, it is coming from here element. First element would be here, and another, if many element would be there, the many would be working. Okay. Right. So user is provided to what I'm getting here, what I'm passing inside the ID title. I'm passing user dot ID. So I will be passing the object ID of the title. That's why I was able to edit title. Let me show you one example. Edit the title, new, enter new title, hello. And when I click OK, it will be changed to hello. See, this is how it is being done. And same thing, if I want to delete title, same thing would be there. Just I have to pass the title user ID, nothing else. Simple. This is very easy one. Okay, but I'm passing fetch user to do's every time here because I want to get refreshed without clicking. Okay, it is the alternative of use effect and easy to perform. That is why I was using it. So title thing is done instead of the delete title. Now, okay, for delete title we are not inputting any other field here, just ID. Now from the task selection under the title. This is little trickier part because it is a map under a map. But with what we are using, map is different thing. So this is the thing I have used, the task. Okay, this is this thing, add anything. This will be the later one, which I will be talking about the nested map that I used. Here, the task input part, where I mean to say this part, where value would be task, and on change, set task e.target.value. Value is tasks. Passing the same thing. I've just assigned it here onto the top task and set task. So that I will be using it. Create a task inside the specific to do, that was I am using it here. Got it? Passing the title, use state here. If the task is equal to 0, enter a task. If it's not, then const data task colon task that I'm passing. This task is same as backend key. Passing the title here. Got it? Now you will be. So you have got it. Now the data is there. Data is there. Task is passing inside of this, and title we are calling. We're getting the value of it. I've written title here. Yeah. Passing the value of title. What I'm passing here. Okay, handle user, no. Okay, on submit. on add button. See on add handle task for title. For parameter of that handle task for title, I'm using user.id. Title, I should have written title here, title ID here, like this. This is why the naming convention is helpful, that I got confused here as well. Okay, so I will be changing it soon, or I will keep it here because it will let me know this is my mistake. This is my mistake. Okay, now editing task is similar to the editing the title. Just pass user ID and but let me first come to the part where how it is getting mapped here. This thing is done. Now come the main part, task inside the title. How you get all the tasks inside the specific title. So that for that we already created a map under it. Okay, and we got the value of it for particular title. So this is particular title. There would be many title bus, but currently we have just one, or you can say the array of elements we are trying to use index 0, and index 0 is user here, and that index 0 users having many tasks. So I am using user task map. So inside user, that part 0 index user, and inside of that we have task object, or you can say key, and inside the task array of object we have many values. So that's why we are using map. Got it? We are using task and index here. So whatever the tasks are, these values we are assigning here. Okay. Whenever we add, it get inside of it, and simple thing, task and index I'm passing here. Yes, basically it is the same thing. Task I'm mapping here, and this is the index that is required here because I wanted to let let them know this index is related to this one. Whenever I click, that's why I wanted, because in map function we have another parameter called index. Then there are other options as well. So that's why these are the this is the element first, and this is the index of that. So this is the element, this is the element here again, respective element, and this is the index. Okay, then when I click user, it gets edit and delete, same thing. Okay, getting a task is easy. Create a task inside the specific to do. It's done. I put, I'm using put. Why not create? Because I have already using the create function, create method in the title thing. But what we are doing, we are changing things at the title. That's why we are using put. Editing a task into drive. Handle edit task for title. We are using now the function. What we are using here, user. What are the parameters are here? User and index. What were here? What was here? It was written as. So that's why I have created user and nothing else. That's why I have passed user, get user ID, that not, because I am not assigning the task individual ID, just using the titles ID. That's why user ID I'm giving here. That's why in here, and this user and this user having, means this means this is the title, and this title having unique ID. That's why I'm passing whole title, whole to do, and that whole to do with index of 0. Whole to do with ID and index 0 with the which helps me to target easily. Okay, then I do the same that I have done in my backend. Task index I provide, new task text is there so that it can use the splice function and change the thing. Okay, show you how it is being done, edit, enter new task, lol. Let me try. Yeah, there was a big lol with me during recording my backend video. Let me show you how it happened. It got edited, right? And to delete it, it's just simple. Delete task was specific to just that user or title ID you have to pass, and task to be deleted, you have to enter the index. Means whenever you click, you get the index. That's why I'm passing the index. That's why I'm in the map method. I'm using the index thing. Otherwise, I won't need it. This, but this is very important thing that I've learned here. So on handle edit, on handle delete task for title, I'm getting use. I'm passing user and index. User means whole title ID. Yes, passing user.id, then it gets deleted. And the whenever I click, I get in the index. And that index is respected to related task. I click on delete, it will get deleted. Or deleted. See? Now the basic thing how search is there. Search is little bit tricky, but not that tricky. In search, I have seen a lot of GitHub and I found somewhere in someone's GitHub, I don't remember the name, otherwise I could have given the credit to him, where I have seen something written like that, params in object search. That's it. Because in parameter we search. That's why I've shown in the backend part for the search thing, we go here and we type something like this. And it gets searched like this, the URL. How it is being done. So after getting the search details from there, I will I'm checking that if it is we are getting any response or not. This is not working here. It was not working at the time when I was checking, so that's why I've written here. Now it is working. If response dot message no such. Okay, okay. If it is not there, I was alerting something. If something is not there, because in my response I was getting this message, so I use this to use as if if loop. Okay, and if it is there, search to do. If it is no such to do is there, so I will be giving the alert search to do task doesn't exist. Me. So let me search. Let me go to some random task. Now let me type. That will give me the to do of that, and if I now write this one, I will be getting different one task in it and hello. And now if I type lol that I have deleted recently, and I will be getting the message search to do or task doesn't exist. Okay. See, that's is how I created something like this because I was not able to get that. Then set search thing I'm setting as fetch user to do so that it get reloaded. If search is empty, please type to search. Tick, type to search. Yes, I'm using into the exception handling. You can say it is not working here. It is working here. Okay. Handle search. So these are the things are here and on prevent default. It is simple. Then I will get to the last part of it is solve. Okay, so this is how it was. The search is here, handle submit search. So this is just basic value of search is there, and on change I'm setting the search value e target dot value, and on submit I'm doing this. but setting that search here. Wait, in this, after getting all the thing, what I'm setting here, setting user to dos. Instead of getting all the to dos, I'm setting response.data search to dos, and in use effect, I use that until the search part is completed. So, and if the search dot length is equal to 0, I will get the fetch user to do. If it is search dot length is greater than 0, means if I type something, then let me show you. I'm using this. I'm setting user to do just this. A little tricky part, but this is the main thing, that how it is being done. If I remove it, then it will become equal to 0. Then fetch user to do will be called up, and this part and all the to dos will be mapped again. Okay, so this is how it was. To list done. Now let me show you the sort part as well now. Okay, yep, this is all the redundant thing, because this thing I just created recently. It is just it is just simple. Okay, I'm just getting the sorted item, and what I'm just doing, I'm setting that user to dos. That's it, nothing else. It will give me the same thing. Let me show you. By creation means it is what is just created recently. It will give you response.hello. So, and now if I click refresh, it will give me the back to the same thing. And now if I, let me show you with update, you'll get to know. Lol add. Okay, so there are some still improvement I need. You can see I will be improving. If I click by creation, will be getting rest because it is the created first. No, not first, it is created recently. First title is hello. Okay, so I have to change it little bit, but it is a similar thing. You can say I can change it to by recently created. Okay, and by updation you will be seeing hello above. So because I have created added, because I have added lol here. But if I add lol here, then I have, when I click by updation, it will be the upside. It will be at the upside. Ooh. So short thing is this. All things done. Now let's get back to the dashboard, where I'm using base URL this, and again I'm using this authorization and session storage thing, and setting my user to dos and set user to dos here, fetching user to dos, saying something this, and getting all the to dos here, and checking the length of that to do array is greater than 0 or not. If it is there, it is greater than 0, then I'm setting the user all the to dos here, response.todo. Okay, then I'm using use effect here, and once it gets fetched, I will get return, and I'm passing these values as props inside these components that they can use as a, but context API is better version of it. Now come to the main picture, where I'm doing everything here. Here I'm importing extra browser route here. In React Rotterdam, it is helpful in browser that on click where you want to go. On click on this path, you will be going to this component and this component and this component. Okay, I was using Toaster, but I was learning, so you can avoid it. It is just a notification when you will get registration, you will get green signal or something written with it, or if it is error, you will be getting likewise notification. Okay, so in browser router, we first write everything inside the browser router like this, and then we write routes here, then we use route. This is a procedure. I can use it browser router in the text.js as well, like this, but I can do it here as well. So this is it. My front end part is over. Now I will be explaining the final part with the presentation of my application. I will be completing my readme as well. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me, and hopefully I'm audible this time. So I messed up in the back end video. Hope this works. Thank you.